Whenever me, a hiring manager, or a potential client looks at your portfolio, it takes about 10 to 15 seconds before we make a decision whether we're going to hire you or not hire you. And we do this by judging the design really, really fast. So here's what we're going to do in this video. There's 121 people who left their portfolio links on this Twitter post. I'm going to try to run through as many of them as possible and immediately tell you if I would hire, not hire, and why. And the reason is not to bash people or to discourage them, but rather to point you out to what I'm looking at, how I'm judging things, and so hopefully to direct you to the skills and the things that you need to fix in your portfolio so that you can increase your chances of being hired. Let's get down to it. All right, first website, David. Immediately gets to the work and I can see that the work looks good, good imagery, good color, looks like good typography, looks like this is a brand designer. Overall, the design feels good. There's not a lot of text here. I don't need a lot of text. I just need proof that he can design and I can see it from these images. So David, brand design, that works for me. Next website from Luca, web designer based in Brazil. Already I can tell this is not a great photo and it's pixelated, so not really promising. The works are okay. Feels like lorem ipsum here, and that's what I'm seeing. So already feels like looks like somebody in there. It's not bad, but it looks like a beginner. So I would say it looks okay. I would try to make a little bit more work that, I don't know how to say this because it looks like he's a good beginner designer, but not amazing. Nothing that gets out of the template. If I would need a beginner, maybe, but it's not groundbreaking yet. Even look at these two works. They look the same layout, just with different colors and fonts maybe, and then another same layout centered. So most of the work kind of looks the same, I would say. So again, for a beginner, not bad, but I feel like you can really improve it with the work that you're showing and this photo. Next, Damien. Ooh, this looks quite impressive already. So apps, website, brands, product. Looks like a pretty cool layout. A little bit too much text here. But the works looks pretty solid. I'm actually impressed and I like this. This is quite a unique interaction for a portfolio. Not bad. All right, Jordi Espinosa, based in Barcelona. I don't know. I don't know about this. Like too many images and it's just a little bit overwhelming. And when I get into the details, it looks okay, I would say. Not terribly bad, but I feel like a little bit overwhelming. If the portfolio itself is overwhelming, will the work for me be overwhelming? I don't know, somewhere in the middle. Hey, I'm Noman, product and visual designer. Let's see, what do we have here? I don't even know what I'm looking at, but this looks pretty impressive. Video with work, that looks good. Another video with work, that looks pretty solid. A nice little mock-up. So far, we've got a run of a few good portfolio, which is really nice. So this one, I'm also impressed. We've got this little video here. Yeah, overall, nice portfolio. Okay, Framerify. Let's Framerify your business. I would tell you already, I would not hire you just based on this text effect, this outline gradient. It's just, it looks bad. To me, this is bad typography. I'm not even going to continue to scroll because this ruins it for me. Sorry. It just feels like bad typography. All right, KC, design engineer, helping founders. So this feels like a CV with work experience. And then just little snaps of work. It looks okay, but it's actually a little difficult to judge the work from like a small little snippet. Oh, we've got this actually nice interaction here. He worked with big brands. So you know what? I would likely give him a chance, or at least I would go here and check in depth into these projects to learn more. Yeah, he's probably a good designer. Okay, I take it back. This feels pretty solid. All right, Casey, chance. Okay, Frank, designer specializing in taking digital products from 0 to 1. There's logos here, including Framer. Not bad. There's some mock-ups here that actually is hard to tell with product designers. And then we've got some resources here that he is selling. Difficult to know if he is a good designer or not. The portfolio is pretty clean, but yeah, with product designers, you have to spend more time. It looks like he's got the basics down. So yeah, it doesn't look like a bad designer. So Frank, you might have it. All right, Omara. All right, Marvin. Okay. This already I like. A lot of images. I like the font. So already I like this. Okay, now this is even more impressive. Really nice mock-ups. Really nice art direction on this website. I'm sold. Marvin, you're hired. Well done. I like it. All right, Madhu, let's see what we have here. Making the world happier by pushing pixels. Honestly, I don't have to continue scrolling. By now, this is the layout here and the way that these visuals are and the typography with everything just tells me that you're not ready yet, just in terms of hierarchy and typography and color. And this made by Framer in the corner is not really helping you. So Madhu, you can work on improving the core design skills. All right, Darko, elevating ideas through holistic design. Oh, we've got this nice little effect going on here. This has potential. It's a little bit too much effects to my likings, but then again, this is a very particular style, and it actually looks like he can master this style, like with lots of effects. And the work looks solid. The typography also looks solid. So yeah, I think this is very clear, unique, particular style that he has here. So you gotta like this particular style, but I can say that Darko is a good designer. I'm happy. All right, Toshin, product designer, framer development. You know, even just with this first mock-up, the way that the typography is laid here and the illustration and everything here, just, it's not tight yet. It looks like a beginner. And then this mock-up as well, just to me, that's not the craft, honestly, is not there yet in terms of visuals and in terms of typography. So I personally would not hire at this point. Still need to work on these core things like typography, color, image making before I would hire. Next, Kevin Kenzo, partner with Visionaries. I like that we're jumping right into the work, but it takes me time to decide whether the works are actually good or not. Potentially, it's not bad. I actually think he's a good designer. He's a good designer, good works. Fantastic. Yeah. All right. Keze, nice. All right. 22-year-old founder looking at these images. I'm not sure what I'm seeing here. Is these products that were developed, some UIs. So difficult to say. In terms of design, there's nothing impressive here, but maybe if this is actually, development, then maybe it's more impressive. But if I would hire as a designer, it looks pretty minimalistic and clean, and there's not much here in terms of design. So I don't know what I'm hiring for here. Vpool. This is a pretty cool interaction here. Let's scroll through this. Okay, so if I'm hiring for development, I think I can see some nice things here in terms of interactions, and I'm scrolling through this. So there's nice development work here. I couldn't see so far design work, right? I can click maybe this featured work. So it actually takes some time to get into the work themselves. And I'm not sure the design is that good, but the development here is good. The design themselves that I'm seeing in the thumbnails, I'm not very impressed with the design, but I'm actually impressed more with the development of all of these interactions and animations here. So might hire you for Webflow work, and maybe that's what you're selling. Maybe you're not even selling the design work, but I think development here is stronger than design. All right, Widya. All right, designer and framer experts. These visuals look nice. Looks like nice illustrations. Then My Ventures, I guess he started some project, but it's So hard to say, oh, I guess these are templates by what I'm seeing here. And these are some more templates. So again, I don't know. Am I hiring you for web design, these illustrations, or for template? I'm just not clear on what I'm hiring for. All right, Kuba. Great design, greater impact. Already I like this. Already looks good. I can scroll through these things and they look pretty good. Also, we've got this nice kind of like blurring animation that's going on here. And then we've had, okay, already impressive work. Just throwing me in there. And the website design is well designed. The work looks quite impressive. So I'm happy. Kuba, looks good. You're hired. All right, Aquila, make service impossible to ignore. Already, by the way, yeah, the fact that I thought it was a layout without anything, but now I'm seeing some works. But this is a case where I feel like we're seeing a lot, but too much and not really impressive. We got stuff here that actually looks nice, but then stuff that looks like very mediocre. And I feel like I'm trying to be overwhelmed and it's animating to the fact that I can't pay attention to the details. So I'm skipping this because I can't see immediately that they're doing good design. All right, Samir, crafting stunning website. Very similar layout to what we've seen before, but this time we have a little bit more space to actually see the work and we choose when to scroll. And now it looks like the details are pretty good. I would say a lot of this work is looking trendy, I would say, and a little bit maybe templatized, but I do feel like we can see that they can do good, solid work, and the portfolio itself looks pretty good. Nice interactions demonstrating how they work together. Yeah, so this looks actually quite, if you're looking for that type of, I guess, trendy website, then yeah, this feels like a solid work here. All right, memo. Okay, a website that doesn't have a clear hero, a clear beginning and an end. I'm not really sure whose website is this. And the screenshots are kind of random, difficult to judge when you're seeing specifically UIs that are so small. It's really difficult for me to know if this is good design or bad design. So I'm skipping this one. All right, Razvan. Okay, so I'm not really sure on what we're seeing here because we have the interface of the portfolio and then an interface inside here. And I guess we can choose between product design and web design. Okay, but I actually think that the work is good. I was a little bit overwhelmed at the beginning, but this actually looks quite impressive. And the design itself looks pretty good. And, you know, there's a lot of versatility in the work. It's not all the same style, which I like. So yeah, I'm happy. All right, last one for today, Robert. Let's check it out. Robert, product designer, Web3, no code. Already looks nice in terms of the mock-up and this nice little interaction. I'm not sure just looking at this if I like it. Now as I'm scrolling through this, I think I might have been too much impressed by the effects here that we have for the mockup. But if I'm actually looking at the details of the design work themselves, it looks okay, but not great. And we can see it in things like this. Like at the end of the day, the typography here is quite generic, I would say. And here, I actually think that the typography is not really good at all. So I think here the portfolio is actually doing a good job at selling work that I'm not really sure in terms of the quality of the work itself that I would hire Robert, but it looks pretty solid. I do think that, with a little bit more work on typography, that would be amazing. But yeah, that's how I feel about this. I would not hire at this point, but the portfolio looks good. All right, I hope you found this beneficial and I hope you understood what I'm looking for when I'm looking at portfolio works. I immediately want to see work and I want to see that the work itself is good and not just presented in a nice little mock-up that makes it look good, but the work itself is actually good. And don't forget to work on your really core design skills, which is usually typography, color, and hierarchy and layout. Keep up the good work, and I'll see you in the next video.